Alright, today I'll be showing how to wrap headers with header wrap. Just a fiberglass wrap. Make sure you're wearing gloves while doing this or you will itch like crazy. Never done this before, but it should be pretty straightforward. I'm doing it on my Honda here because I have a splitter that's made of wood that I have to spray with some high temp paint, but I don't want to risk it burning. I know I don't really have to worry about this. I took my temp gun on it, shined it on there. It was only 100 degrees, but it's better safe than sorry. And plus, cool hot boy points just having this wrap. But we'll see how it goes. Before I start here, I did get a kind of a general consensus from some instructions online. And basically, it's just good to have a little overlap for obvious reasons. And actually, what I'm going to do here is only go down about 13 widths, you could say, units. Let's say this is about a couple inches wide, and I'm going to just keep going down this until it starts to get really condensed here, and then I'm just going to wrap it all together. So looks pretty simple. Another thing I did learn online is varies on the style, but there's actually a frayed side and there's a stitch side, and the stitch side you want facing down, and you want the fray side up by the mating ports where the cylinder heads go. Already got it cut. I did a little extra length because it would be a pain if it wasn't just long enough. I'd had to redo it. But this should do the first runner here, and we'll see how it goes. I also advise wearing a mask because there is little fiberglass particles that go up everywhere. You don't have to, but just good thinking. Alright, so I actually got a lot of slack, but anyway, so I'm going to go down a couple more rungs here, and then I'm going to tie it off with the metal tie, and we'll just go from there. So now that what I'm doing with my excess slack is I'm just wrapping it around the bottom of the header here, and I'm going to keep wrapping it down this rung until I run out of material. It's not, I guess you could say, the most professional way of going about it, but I just hate to cut this off right here and tie it when I could just keep tying it on down and have more insulative properties. So I'm just going to keep going with it here. And there we have it. There's one single rung done right there. Middle of April. Thanks, Minnesota. Yeah, highly recommend gloves. The fiberglass shed is insane. Definitely would wear a mask too. But it's coming good so far. Just got 2 more rungs to go and then wrap up the whole spiel. I'm afraid I won't have enough wrap, but we'll see when I get there. Well, so far so good. I cut myself a little short, but because I had to go up a little higher than I thought because there was some exposed pipe, but besides that, it's turning out great. Alright, so a week later, got everything back on over to the headers. Time to wrap the collector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another little trick I just found out is they like to fray up on the ends, but if you just fold it like such, just overlap it on itself, and when you wrap around it, it'll just tuck all this frayed ungoodness underneath it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. Alrighty, there she is. I could have done a better job at that. Ideally, I wish I even give myself even more slack, but I'm happy with the results. Right here, there's a little piece of metal. I should have just grinded it off, but I'm lazy, but it'll work. And here's the full result. Looking nice. So then I'll just have to go on here and throw it on the car. I got to take my splitter off to get it actually in there though, so that kind of sucks. And it's homemade too, so it's not exactly the most easiest way to get off, but it'll work nice in just a moment. And next up, I got to mount that coolant overflow.
Another little tip I have is I probably should have started wrapping from the bottom and up, because then the overlaps would have been the other way around. Probably not a big deal, but it's just as air is being forced into the car, it might lift these up over time or get debris stuck under there. I'm not sure. I haven't done this yet, but regardless, should be fine.
And here is the final product. Super easy to do. If I was to say on a scale from 0 to 5, it would be -1. It's that easy. I mean, all I recommend is just wearing gloves, a mask, and possibly wrapping it the other way, and be willing to take a shower right afterwards, because you will get fiberglass on you no matter how hard you try not to. It's actually all over my car too. Just spreads and gets everywhere, but I'd say this whole ordeal cost me anywhere in the ballpark of 30 to 50 bucks, so it's a little spendy, but honestly it's worth it. One thing I will say is it will tend to send heat farther down the exhaust, so while it won't get hot here because I'm trying to, you know, cool down the engine bay by wrapping it up, it will just kind of, that energy has to go somewhere, and it's going to send it farther down the exhaust. And so I am a little worried. I'm gutted, so it might get a little bit more hotter in my car, but besides that, honestly, I think it'll be fine. But yep, super easy little project. I highly recommend you do it, especially if you're getting in a track or starting to get competitive and overall just want to be more efficient with your car. And it's just really rewarding. So have a good day and good luck.